From school. Right, let's start lesson. So write your name, everything, and today we're going to learn how to solve quadratic equation. Can you help me to highlight this, everyone? Start by highlighting. Thank you, Hadi. Start by highlighting solve quadratic equation. Then can you write down the meaning of each word? First one, solve. The word solve means you want to find out x equals to something. By the way, before I continue, right? So coming back to lesson, now solving means finding x equals to what? To box up is, can you box up quadratic equation? Let me explain the word quadratic. Quadratic means x to the power of square. This is read as x squared or x to the power of 2, right? So Irvin, what does quadratic means? Huh? 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 No. What does quadratic means? Isabel, what does quadratic means? Quadratic means x to the power of 4. Okay, pardon me, I got to explain again, so I got to check understanding. Quadratic means x to the power of 2. Even though the word quo means like 4 like that. No. Quadratic means x to the power of 2. What does quadratic means? X power. X square, or x to the power of 2. Is that okay? So solving it means I want to find out if I have a quadratic equation, how do I find the value of x? Now let's recap again some of the key things. Now, can you highlight the word quadratic equation? Can you highlight this thing here? So this thing here is called quadratic equation. Now, which thing give you a clue that it is quadratic equation? Thank you. Jing-En, can you chorus what they say? What thing give you a clue that this is a quadratic equation? Which one? Very good, x squared. So if there's no x squared, that means it's not quadratic equation. Okay. Now, can you highlight the next important thing? Over here, a root or a solution is a value of x. So if I translate that into pictorial form, that means when I ask you what is a root, I'm asking you what is the value of x. If I ask you what is the solution, I'm asking you what is the value of x. Aisha, what do I mean when I say a root? I'm asking you what? Value of x. Jolie, if I ask you what is the solution of the equation, what am I asking you? The value of x. Understand? It's the same thing. But the root here has a very different picture in your head. The root, like the tree, the plant roots, right? No. Okay, so I'm confusing myself. So the root here actually means the x is equals to what? The solution here also means x equals to what? I scared you refer the root to the plant root. I scared you refer the solution to the chemistry solution. No, right? So in maths it means different things. Is that okay? Oh, I'm the one who confusing you. So is it okay with these two words and this x equals to something? So x means x equals to what? Solution also means x equals to what? Doesn't mean there's no y in it. If I say what is the solution? Okay. Does the x have to be x? Not necessary. But let us look at some example to help us have a meaning of it. Hey, I'm very scared I always complicate things for you. Am I always complicating things to you? Sometimes. Can you let me know when I'm confusing you? Let me uncomplicate myself. Okay. Now, let me try and explain this to you. This is a very important concept. Can I try and explain it to you? Let's try. Now, if I say P times Q is equal to 0, example, can you write a random number here? Let's try. Taishin, can you give me a number for P? A random number. Random. 2. If P is 2, can you make a guess what is Q? Q must be 0. Do you understand? That means if P is any number, Q must be 0. What if P is unknown? Can you give me a number of Q? A random number. Let's try. Ashley, can you give me a random number of Q? Q is equal to what? 3. If I say Q is 3, can you give me the number of P? What must P be? What times 3 will be equal to 0? 0, right? Do you agree that P must be 0? P must be equal to 0, right? Otherwise, it will never be 0, right? So from this experiment, what can you conclude? Either what? P is equal to 0 or Q equals to 0. Do you get this information here? Am I confusing you? Good question. Does it necessarily got to be 0? Let's work with the 0 first. Now, can I give you one example? Can I give you one example and help me write this example down on your paper? Say for example, I have x times x plus 2 equals to 0. Do you agree this is something like P times Q? Do you agree? Wow, awkward silence. Are you following what I'm saying? Can I ask you, if I have something times something equals to 0, what can you say about the first thing? It must be what? 0. Does it come very naturally? So if I write this sentence, are you shocked? X equals to 0 or x plus 2 equals to 0. Are you confused? Is this okay? Okay, good. So this one will help you to find what? This one will help you to find the value of x. X equals to 0 is the answer already. But x plus 2 equals to 0. How can I write again? One more step to get x. What must I do on both sides? Plus 2. So how do I get x? Minus 2. So x equals to minus 2. So this is how you solve for the value of x. Is it easy? The final answer is like that. X equals to 0 or x equals to minus 2. Easy or not? Easy or not? Okay. Can we try a few more examples to test your understanding? The final answer wouldn't be 0. It can be a different number. Okay. Let's turn over to the next page and then let's test your understanding. Okay. I will try to uncomplicate things for you. 1a. 1a says x times something equals to 0. Can we rewrite the question again? X times x plus 2 equals to 0. Now, what do you have to check? Is right hand side equals to 0? Yes, right? Is this a product? Like something times something. Do you see a product? Something times something? Yes, right? Then I can apply already. Yay! What can I write the next sentence? Xiangming, you want to try? If I tell you something times something equals to 0, I am confirmed, I am very sure that either x will be equals to Xiangming, Oh, sorry. RHS is right hand side. Okay. So please clarify that. Thank you. So, so RHS is right hand side. So what can you conclude from if I have something times something equals to 0? I can say, okay, Jiang Ming, please tell me your thoughts after you see this sentence. Start. Jiang Ming, what is your thoughts? Is it confusing? Do you know how I give birth to this sentence? Don't understand. Okay, why is it x equals to 0? Because I'm asking you, okay, allow me to use highlighter. I'm asking you, I have I have one bracket times another bracket equals to 0. Can you use guess and check? If I ask you, if green color thing is equals to a number, what must my blue color thing be? 0. Does it make sense? Is it less confusing if I write that? Yes, that's why there's an either or. You don't expand it. You don't expand it. You keep it as something. Okay. Okay. Let me try. Let me try. If I have two bracket equals to 0, right? Uh, one bracket can be any number. Am I correct? Do you agree the bracket can be any number? Tell me, do you agree that the bracket can be any number? You don't know what is going on anymore. Okay, I'm saying in general, when I have two number, okay, let's say I have a times b equals to 0. Let's say I have a times b equals to 0. Can you make a prediction what is a? It must be 0, right? One of it must be 0. Do you agree? Jiang Ming, I challenge you. If a is 100, what is b? 1. 0. B must be 0. Do you agree now? Do you understand what I'm saying? I challenge you again. If B is 9, what is A? 0. Do you understand? Because the product is 0. One of it must be 0. Because 0 times any number is 0. Do you understand? Does it help if I write the sentence now? Because any number times 0 is equals to 0. Does it help? Does this sentence help you? Therefore, A must be equals to 0 or B must be equals to 0. Does that help you? Who is still confused? Now do you understand why I write like that? Either the first bracket must be equal to 0 or the second bracket equal to 0. But must x be 0? Not necessary. Can we work one more step to see what's the value of x? Do I do anything here? No, right? X equals 0, that's the answer. So this is the answer. How do I get the second answer? X equals to minus 2. This is the answer. Do you know why x minus 2 is the answer? Can you allow me to show you why? Can you tell me what happened when minus 2 plus 2? What do you get? What is minus 2 plus 2? 0. Do you see now? So when x is minus 2, I put inside, it will be 0. And that's the idea of it. So that when x is minus 2, it will be 0. Can you understand? Okay. Now, let's try one more example, B. Is my right hand side 0? Okay, Jiang Ming still give me a very painful look. Jiang Ming, is right hand side equals to 0? You still what? Okay, never mind. Jiang Ming, do you see that right hand side equals to 0? Can I ask you a question? Can you make a guess and check? What must x be so that the whole thing will be 0? X must be what? What minus what? What minus 2 will give you 0? 2. Do you agree that when x is 2, the whole thing will be 0? Understand? Do you see that when x equals to what? 5, the entire thing will be 0? But how do I write it properly? So I see, oh, because I have something times something equals to 0, I'm able to split out and say x minus 2 must be equal to 0. Or x minus 5 must be equal to 0. Does it make sense to you now? Are you feeling better now? Okay, I need those of you who still feel very frustrated because you don't understand to raise our hand, let me walk to you, and then let me clarify the answer. But allow me to complete the question first. I want to find x, so both sides must plus 2. So x is equals to 2 or x is equals to 5. So I am telling you, when x is equals to 2, I put inside the entire thing is equals to 0. Or when x equals to 5, I put inside the entire thing is equals to 0. So in this case, x will have two answers. Can I freeze the screen here? And then you try CD. Is that a C? Yes. Alright. Okay, I pause it now and then you try. Let me quickly scribble down the thing to take note. The thing to take note is this must be 0 first. Okay. Then I'm able to write down either one is 0 or the other is 0. Right? I'm able to write down either x minus 3 equals to 0 or 7x plus 6 equals to 0. So x is equals to 3. I want to find x, so I don't want the plus 6. I will minus 6 on both sides. I want to find x. I don't want the 7. So I will divide 7 on both sides. So this is the answer. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Right, can I stop